Thank you, Madam Speaker. I yield myself such time as I may consume.
The gentleman is recognized.
Thank you. Madam Speaker, sexual misconduct is terrible and it's wrong. Those who engage in it should be held accountable. But this bill, while well-intentioned, is misguided. For starters, it's a massive federal overreach. It regulates contract law that has been and should be handled at the state level. Some states have decided to regulate confidentiality clauses in contracts. Others have decided not to. That's how our system of government works. That's how our Constitution works. States experimenting to find out what, in fact, works best. However, this bill creates a new federal floor that undercuts the power of states in the process. And this is just the beginning of a new push by Democrats to chip away at states' rights. The White House said as much this week. In commenting on the bill, the Biden administration said, quote, "It looks forward to continuing to work with Congress to advance broader legislation that addresses a range of issues implicated in NDAs and non-disparagement clauses," end quote. They're not hiding the ball here. Federalism is a serious issue, and Congress should not be taking power from the states just to impose its top-down approach. Additionally, we should take a hard look at the findings included in the bill as passed by the Senate. House Democrats intentionally left these findings out of the version of the bill that the Judiciary Committee marked up. These findings include statistics about the percentage of men and women who have experienced some form of sexual harassment or sexual assault in their lifetime. It's not clear where these statistics in these new findings come from, but they seem to rely on a study that used a broad definition of sexual harassment, very broad, that included instances of, quote, misgendering as sexual harassment. That definition goes way beyond existing law. A finding of Congress that effectively treats, quote, misgendering on its own as a form of sexual harassment will doubtlessly lead to future efforts to expand the law in other ways. If Democrats are going to include findings like this, they should at least have to debate it in the committee. We should think carefully about these findings before cementing them in federal law. Finally, this bill as drafted is too broad and will affect contractual matters completely unrelated to sexual misconduct. A confidentiality clause may cover a wide range of information. And when the bill applies, it nullifies the entire confidentiality clause with just a few poorly defined exceptions. As such, it will give trial lawyers an incentive to add unsupported allegations in litigation so they can void a confidentiality clause and access and use confidential information unrelated to the sexual misconduct. We all condemn sexual harassment and sexual assault, but this is a flawed bill, and it's going to create problems down the road. I urge my colleagues to oppose it and reserve the balance of our time.